my pocket if I'm running to the market, cause you never know who's watching you. So I gotta stay on. I gotta stay on. I gotta stay on. I gotta stay on. Said I gotta stay on.
Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So I've been meaning to come and talk to you guys about what's been going on lately in my pregnancy journey. My husband and I were trying to conceive. So where we left off last was that I had the surgery, the DNC, the hysteroscopy and DNC, where they went in and they removed a really big polyp from my uterus. Well, when I went back to the doctors, maybe about 3 weeks after that, they did the camera, the hysteroscope camera inside the actual doctor's office. Okay, so when they went up there, they saw other polyps that were in there that were forming, and these were really small ones, but they were there. Now, when they did this, okay, it was pretty cool to watch because, you know, it was on camera, you could see it was a color and everything. And of course, like, I'm high on volume, so I'm like, oh my god, this is cool. And so I'm like, but I don't want those in there. Like, is there a way that you can take it out? And the doctor's like, well, it's not going to affect pregnancy in any way. And I'm like, I don't care, I don't want them in there. They're not supposed to be there. Let's take those out. Okay, so so I got them removed. And the reason why they wanted to go up there was they wanted to check the lining of my uterus to make sure it was pretty much healthy enough to carry children. Now, I've had every other test done under the sun. I've had an HCG. I've had all that. We did the, you know, we even checked my husband out, made sure that he was okay. So what they want to say is that, what they wanted to say rather at the time was that we're classified as unexplained infertility. However, my whole thing is I believe in Jesus Christ, okay? And I believe that I ain't gonna be claiming none of that mess that you're talking about. That's okay. You know, I just gotta pray a little bit harder. So that's where I was, okay? Never let the things that doctors say deter you from things that you want. Or, you know, never let things that doctors say deter you, period. Because they don't have the last say over your life. And there was a moment in time where I allowed for the fact that we weren't getting pregnant and everybody else around me was. It's like, oh, what's wrong with me? You know, and then you start getting mad at yourself, and then you find yourself getting mad at God, you know, and then, you know, I fell into this really negative thing where I just, and I'm so thankful that I was able to get myself out of it. Well, not that I was able, because he is able. He's always able. And I would definitely say that, you know, God definitely helped me along the way to get myself out of it, to be able to minister to someone else in that situation. So they removed the polyps or whatever that day. They did a vacuum type of removal, which is almost the same as like if you get an abortion type of thing. So they did that. It was kind of uncomfortable afterwards, and then after that they put me, the next cycle that came around, they put me on Clomid. So I was on Clomid. They wanted me to take it the third day of my cycle for 5 days. So day 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So they wanted me to take for 5 days on my cycle, and then after that, the following week, we would go ahead and do this shot called Avidrel. Now, we did that last cycle. We did that. And for those of you that don't know, Clomid will make you have hot flashes and all kinds of things. And you know, things will start to happen to you. So it was getting closer and closer to the time of my cycle, and I'm like, I don't think that I'm pregnant, you know. And my husband's like, well, I think that, you know, it's our time, and I think that, you know, I'm like, okay, I understand, you know. And I'm praying, of course, because even though I'm taking these things, and even though I'm going to the doctors, again, doctors do not have the last say in my life. I know who my help is, and I know where my help comes from. And even though I'm looking to these doctors to help me naturally, or help, you know, I know where my help comes from spiritually. And so therefore, you know, my husband's like, and I'm like, I don't think so, you know. And so it didn't happen. And I want to say, for the day, I was probably sad when we went to the doctors and found out that it didn't work. Oh yeah, on top of taking the Clomid and doing the Avidrel, which is a shot that you put inside, like only in the subcutaneous part of your skin, which is a fat layer. We also did the IUI, which is where, you know, they took some sperm from my husband and they put it where it was supposed to go. They didn't fertilize any eggs, but they put it in the mouth of the uterus, yeah, so that the sperm wouldn't have to swim far, really. They would just have to go in the uterus, find eggs, penetrate the eggs, and that was kind of it. So they would be more, they wouldn't have much of a long journey, so they wouldn't be tired, you know. So it didn't happen. And so this cycle, I already did the Clomid for 5 days, and now I'm going to be getting the epidural shot, which is going to be coming in the mail, that I'm going to have to do it myself. So I might this time actually do it on camera and let you guys see it. And then after that, we're going to go to the doctors. They're going to, you know, count and see how many eggs formed and matured. And the epidural just helps you ovulate more, even though I ovulate on my own, you know, and I create eggs and all kind of stuff on my own. See, the thing that's funny about this is that there's nothing wrong with either one of us. But, you know, God works in ways that we don't understand. You know, our ways are not his ways. Our thoughts are not his thoughts. His thoughts and ways are definitely higher than ours. So, you know, I'm still going to continue to be prayerful, and I'm not going to let this be something that's going to deter me. Because, as a side note, I will let a lot of you ladies know that may be going through something similar. You know, it will make you feel, if you let it, make you feel less of a woman, make you feel like, what's wrong with me, you know, but you don't need to feel like that, you know, regardless of whether, you know, you believe in God for yourself, or if you don't, just know that he's in control of everything. Everything that happens in your life is intentional, you know, be it good or be it what you think is bad. You know, you may not know what's going to come out on the other end of a thing, but you know, he will never leave you nor forsake you. And so therefore, with that being said, you just trust him in everything. And so I just feel like, you know, God, there are so many women that you've done this for. You know, you've done it for Sarah and Abraham. Like, you know, you've done it for him. Like, you've done it for all these different women in the Bible. And if I believe in your word, which I do, and I know that you are a God that cannot lie, and your word never returns unto you void, then with that being said, I have no choice but to believe that my prayers will be answered. So I know that it will, and even if it doesn't happen in this cycle, he'll still be God to me. So I hope that this blessed you guys, and I hope that, you know, like, again, if you are going through this, please don't let what the doctors are saying or what your test result, pregnancy test results are saying deter you. You know, continue to keep on, continue to trust and believe, and that you will achieve what you want. And I will see you guys in the next video.